desk is clean for once tonight. The paper stacked, the pens upright. The lamp is casting half a moon across the notebook's empty dune. I pick the pen that feels the best, the blue one with the leaking chest, and press it to the paper's grain, and let the thinking start again. First line always takes the most, the rest will follow like a host of birds that waited for the lead to show them where and when to feed. The window shows my own reflection, a ghost of concentration hovering above the desk, a portrait of the night's obsession with getting something right tonight. Not perfect right, but honest right, the kind of right that only comes from sitting still and doing sums of thought and patience multiplied by hours that the clock has tried to count, but I have stopped its face. This desk is now a different place. Glass desk, hold my thoughts in place, keep the edges clean and clear. Glass desk, give me just the space to think without the fear of losing what I almost had the idea on the tip of now. Glass desk, it is not so bad to sit and figure how. Book fills and I turn pages, leaving evidence of stages, rough drafts and crossed out lines, the archaeology of designs that almost worked but needed more. A comma here, an open door of logic that I walked right through into a room I never knew existed in my thinking brain, a hidden chamber free of strain, where everything connects and clicks, the architecture of the fix. The best ideas come at desks, not in showers, not in dreams, but in the discipline of sitting and pulling at the seams of problems that refuse to yield until you give them all your time. The glass desk is the battlefield and patience is the paradigm. The pen is running low on ink, the notebook is approaching the brink of full, but I have one more thought, one more paragraph to be caught before it slips back into the dark. The mind is a national park of wandering paths and sudden views, and focus is the trail I choose. I write it down and close the book. The desk reflects my satisfied look. Tomorrow there will be more work, but tonight the desk did not shirk its duty as my thinking ground, my silent partner in the sound of progress made one line at a time. The glass desk and the midnight rhyme. Glass desk, you held it all, the mess, the drafts, the final thought. Glass desk against the wall, you gave me everything I sought, a surface and a silent friend, a place to sit and figure how. Glass desk until the end, the clearest thinking happens now. hands are busy and my mind is still. The wire bends the way I will it into shape, a curve, a ring, a tiny architectural thing. The pliers grip, the cutter snap, the solder melts and fills the gap between intention and the real. The transformation into steel of something that was just a thought 5 minutes ago. Now it is caught in metal, permanently held, the focus and the object welded. The wool is next, a different pace. The needles click and find their place in the rhythm of the knit and purl, a binary of loop and curl. Each stitch is a decision made, a tiny vote of confidence paid to the pattern that I memorized. The repetition authorized by the part of me that understands that focus lives inside the hands, that doing is a form of thinking and making is a way of linking the scattered thoughts into a chain that holds its shape against the rain. Wire and wool, my hands are full. The mind goes quiet when they move. Wire and wool, the gentle pull of concentration finding its groove. Twist and loop and bend and stitch, the rhythm carries me through. Wire and wool without a glitch, the focus is in what I do. The studio is warm with effort, the table cluttered with supplies, but every tool knows where it lives, and every scrap has a reprise in something that I have not made yet. The offcuts and the tangled ends will find their purpose when my hands decide to make them into friends. The wire becomes a bracelet next, the wool becomes a winter hat, each one a meditation on the simple fact of this and that. We forgot that hands were made for more than typing and a swipe. We forgot the ancient trade of making something with a gripe, of pliers and the click of needles, the focus that the body knows. When the fingers lead the thinking and the mind just follows where it goes. Wire and wool are my teachers. They remind me every time that the deepest concentration is the making, not the rhyme. The bracelet is finished and the hat is halfway to its final form. The evening came without my notice in a silent and predicted storm of hours passing unmarked and free, consumed by the movement of my hands. The wire and wool absorbed my time the way only making understands. I clean the table, sweep the scraps, and hang the tools upon the wall. Tomorrow there will be new wire and new wool to answer the call. Wire and wool, my hands were full. The mind went quiet when they moved. Wire and wool, the steady pull of focus finding its own groove. I twisted, leaped,
pencil has been sharpened twice since I sat down at 9. The shavings curl like tiny scrolls of a language I designed. The graphite tip is wearing flat from pressing hard into the page. Each line a tiny journey taken across the paper stage. I measure progress not in hours, but in how short the pencil gets. The mileage of the graphite core is how my focus sets. The eraser has not moved today, a good sign that my hand is sure. The lines are going where I want, the composition finding cure. The blank that came before, the emptiness that paralyzed, until the pencil touched the paper and the image crystallized. From fog into a solid form, a face, a hand, a building's edge. The pencil is the bridge I walk across the empty. Pencil mileage, tell me how far I have traveled on this page. Pencil mileage, every scar of graphite marks the stage. The focus that I gave today, the hours ground into the wood. Pencil mileage on display, the work is finally good. The reference photo on the left, the drawing growing on the right. Between them is the distance that my pencil crosses every night. Sometimes the gap is wide and daunting, sometimes it shrinks to nothing new. The pencil does not know the difference, it only knows to follow through. The shadows take the longest time, the patience of the darkened tone, building layer after layer until the depth is fully grown. Pencil is a simple thing, a wooden sleeve around a core, but in the hand of someone focused, it becomes so much more. A measuring device for time, a gauge for concentration spent. The shorter it becomes, the more the hours of focus it has lent. To the drawing, to the page, to the artist, to the night. Pencil mileage is the wage of sitting still and getting it right. The pencil is a stub by midnight, barely long enough to hold, but the drawing is complete and everything I wanted told is there in graphite on the paper. Every shadow, every line, the pencil gave its body for the work, and the work is mine. I set the stub beside the drawing, a soldier resting after war. Tomorrow I will sharpen new ones and start the mileage counting. Pencil mileage, 7 inches, ground to nothing on the page. was a minute of my time, pencil mileage heaven sent, the shortest pencil and the longest rhyme.
The hours between midnight and 4 belong to a different kind of time. They do not rush, they do not crawl, they simply hold the paradigm of focus in its purest state. The world has stopped its asking, and the only question left is mine, the problem underneath my hand. I spread the papers on the desk, the blueprints of the thing I need to build before the sun returns and morning plants its noisy seed. The ruler draws a line so straight it could divide the night into one half for thinking, one for making, the balance that the blueprint knew before I even picked it up. The structure has its own request, a load-bearing wall of logic here, a window facing east for the best. Morning light when it is done, the blueprint hours are the bones of everything that I will build, the scaffolding, the stepping stones. Blueprint hours show me how the structure wants to stand. Blueprint hours here and now, the pencil in my hand is drawing what the morning needs, the frame, the floor, the wall. Blueprint hours plant the seeds before the daylight's call. Comes out once or twice, not for mistakes but for revisions. The blueprint is a living thing, it changes with the new decisions that the problem reveals at 2 a.m. when the silence is deep enough to hear the creaking of the logic's joints, the places where the stress is near. I reinforce, I redistribute the weight across the wider span. The blueprint hours are forgiving, they let me redesign the plan. The professionals work in daylight with teams and tools and coffee pots, but the blueprint hours are different. They connect the private dots between the problem and the person, between the structure and the soul. The blueprint hours the version of the work that makes you whole. No supervision and no deadline, just the honesty of 3 a.m. when the only person you are building for is the one inside the stem. 4 a.m. the blueprint finished, every line accounted for. The structure in my head has moved onto the paper, and the floor of possibility awaits the morning crew, the daylight team. But the blueprint hours know the truth that every building starts as a dream. Drawn in silence, drawn in focus, drawn when no one else was there. The blueprint hours are the locus of the work that I most care. Not the private architecture, the skeleton beneath the skin. The blueprint hours are the lecture that the silence teaches in. Blueprint hours, I am done. The structure stands upon the page. Blueprint hours were the one true partner of this stage. The pencil rests, the ruler sleeps, the desk returns to ordinary play. But the blueprint hours keep their keeps, and I will build it all today.
The screen is glowing and the room is still. My fingers hover and I find the will to start the sentence that has waited long. A quiet rhythm like a whispered song. The cursor blinks a patient light. It does not rush, it does not fight. It simply waits for me to choose the word, the line, the thought to use. And slowly, slowly something builds, a structure made of tiny guilds, of letters stacking into rows. The current underneath them flows. I do not hear the clock today. The hours fold and drift away, replaced by something more precise, the cadence of a rolling dice that always lands on forward go. The momentum building soft and slow, each paragraph a stepping stone across a river I have known, but never crossed until the din. Deep current carry me along beneath the surface of the day. Deep current, quiet and strong, wash the distractions away. I am moving without moving. I am still, but I am fast. Deep current, gently proving that the focus holds and lasts. The coffee has gone cold again, a sign that I have entered when the world outside stops mattering. The only sound, my thoughts clattering like keys beneath determined hands. A typewriter that understands the urgency of getting down. Each idea before it drowns in the ocean of tomorrow's noise. The meetings and the other ploys that steal the quiet from the room. But now the quiet is in bloom. There is a place below the thinking where the work does itself through you. Your hands become the instrument, and the music becomes true. You do not force the words, they come like water finding its own way. The deep current has a direction, and you follow it today. Document is growing now, a forest from a single plow. Each section branching into more, a canopy above the floor of everything I did not know. I knew until I let it flow. The deep current took me there, beneath the nose, into the air of pure uninterrupted thought, the kind that cannot be bought, only earned by sitting down and letting silence wear the crown. Deep current carry me through beneath the surface of the noise. Deep current, old and new, the cars, the joys. I was moving without trying. I was still, but I was free.
frequency is low tonight, so low it hums beneath the floor. A vibration, not a sound, that opens up a hidden door to concentration. I have found the bases in my furniture, the desk, the chair, the shelf, the wall, all resonating, all mature in the way they hold the tone. The room become an instrument, the low frequency is the zone where all my focus has been sent. I work in the space between the pulses of the bass below. Silence in the gaps is where the best ideas start to grow. The echo repeats and I repeat the process of the word, the line, each iteration getting closer to the shape of the design. The reverb stretches time itself, each second longer than the last. The low frequency is a shell where I can set the work down fast and pick it up and set it down, and pick it up and turn it round until the angle and the focus make the clearest, sharpest sound. Low frequency, hold the room, keep the vibration, keep the tone. Low frequency in the gloom, the best work is done alone. Beneath the hearing, beneath the noise, beneath the surface of the night. Low frequency is the voice that keeps the concentration tight. The neighbors are asleep by now, the street is empty and the cars have all gone home. The only sound is the bass and the distant stars of a radio left on somewhere, a murmur from another room. The low frequency does not care, it fills the silence, fills the bloom of midnight's most productive hour, the one that nobody would choose unless they knew the secret power of the bass beneath the blues. Deep tones settle the nervous system, the science says the body calms when the frequency is low enough to feel like resting in the palms of something large and something patient, something that does not need speed. The low frequency is the ancient
Low frequency, you held the room. You kept the vibration, you kept the time. Low frequency in the bloom of midnight's most productive rhyme. Beneath the hearing I was there. Beneath the noise I found the soul. Low frequency in the air. The best work I have ever known.
One thread is all I need tonight. A single line of execution. No branches and no interrupts. No parallel and no dilution. The task is clear, the input set. The output waiting at the end. The only thing between the two is focus and the will to bend. My attention to a single point, a laser, not a lantern spread. One thread, one path, one direction, one thought inside my head. The variables are assigned. The logic gates are up wide. The function calls are nested clean. And everything is specified. I type and the characters appear like soldiers forming ranks and lines. Each one exactly where it should, according to the grand designs. The semicolons mark the pauses, the brackets hold the world in place. The single thread of concentration is running at a steady pace. Single thread, no interrupts, the process is the only thing. Single thread, it never corrupts, the focus is a single string. Pull it and the whole thing follows. Pull it and the work gets done. Single through all the hollows until the task and I are one. been free from the loop that I am writing, from the function lighter. The single thread keeps executing, patient, steady, and fulfilled. The best code is written in the flow, the state where fingers know the keys, where the syntax is automatic and the logic is a breeze. The single thread is the flow state spine, the backbone of the deepest work. Without it we are multitasking, and multitasking is the murk. Where nothing gets completed, mark. Everything is half achieved. The single thread is the antidote, the thing in which I have believed. The function runs the output prints. The task is done, the thread is free. I lean back and the room returns. The clock, the coffee cup, the tea that I forgot to drink 3 hours ago when the thread began. The world was paused and I was running the simplest, most effective plan. One thing at a time until that one thing is completely through. The single thread philosophy, the only method that I knew would work, would actually deliver the result that I was chasing down. Single thread, you are the liver that flows beneath the noisy town. Single thread, the run is complete, the process has returned to rest. Single thread, the work is neat and the focus passed the test. No interrupts, no context switching, the thread held firm, the thread held true. Single thread, I am not wishing for anything except for you.
The console glows in blue and green. The data streaming on the screen. Each number is a tiny star, a coordinate of where we are. The protocol is clear tonight. One task, one vector, and one flight. Path calculated to the ground. The North Star is the diagram. I follow it without a sway. The instruments confirm the way. The autopilot is my hands. The navigation understands. The static hisses soft and low. A white noise river in the flow of information passing through the channels that I'm tuned into. I filter out the frequencies that do not serve the expertise required for the single goal. The North Star protocol is whole, and I am part of its design, a human element in line with the machinery of thought, the focus that cannot be bought. North Star protocol locked on target. The coordinates are clear. North Star protocol, do not discard it. The signal cuts through the fear. One direction, one ambition, one vector through the dark. North Star protocol on a mission, guided by a single spark. The hours are measured in progress, not in minutes on the face. The clock is irrelevant to the distance and the pace of work that moves in its own time, a physics that defies the norm. The North Star protocol is running, and the output is the form of everything I set out to build. When the console first turned on, the data points are filling up, the constellation almost drawn. In space there is no up or down, no left, no right, no here, no there. The only way to navigate is to choose a star and stare, and follow it with everything. Your instruments and instinct know. The North Star protocol is simple. Pick a point and go. Do not deviate, do not drift. Do not let the darkness spin you into another orbit. Keep the star and keep it in the center of your windshield screen, the center of your working site. The North Star protocol means focus, means the work gets done tonight. The task is complete, the data saved. The console dims to resting mode. The North Star protocol delivered every byte of every code. I lean back in the stars outside. The window are just stars
My forearm rests against the stone and feels the centuries it has shown.
To anyone who sat this way, with paper spread and brow compressed, the marble does not judge the work. It only asks you do your best.
The pen moves on the yellow pad. The notes are forming into shapes of arguments and evidence, a fortress made of verbal blend.
The library around me breathes so quietly. I hear the roar of shelves expanding in the heat, the way I always knew they would.
The books are standing at attention, witnesses to my attempt to concentrate, to build the case for something I've not yet dreamt.
Into completion, but the marble gives me patience, gives me weight. The heaviness beneath my arms reminds me focus can be great.
Marble table, hold me steady, keep me grounded, keep me here.
Marble table, I am ready for the work to become clear.
Cold and patient, smooth and certain, underneath my restless hands. Marble table, draw the curtain on everything but the plans. A page turns somewhere in the room, the softest thunder in the world. A throat clears and a chair adjusts, and someone's scarf becomes unfurled.
These are the only sounds allowed in this cathedral of the mind. The marble table understands that silence is the highest kind
Of luxury, and I have earned this seat, this surface, this still air, by showing up and sitting down and putting my attention there.
The great thinker sat at tables made of stone and made of oak, and the table bore the weight of every word they ever spoke.
Onto paper and the table, never asked for credit, never leaned. The marble is the humblest partner, the most supportive thing I have convened.
To hold my books, my elbows, and the heavy thoughts I'm sorting through. The marble table does not break. The marble table sees me through.
The afternoon is ending and the light has shifted on the storm. The marble now is warm where I have rested, and I've grown from the morning's empty pages to the evening's finished step. The marble table held me steady, and it never once held back.
I gather up my things and stand. The table cools behind me fast, returning to its ancient state of patient and enduring cast.
Tomorrow I will come again and press my arms against the cold, and the marble table will be ready with a patience centuries old.
Marble table, you held me still through the longest afternoon.
Marble table, by sheer will, you were the anchor and the moon.
Cold and patient, smooth and knowing, underneath my working hands.
Marble table, gently showing, focus is where stillness stands.
The blueprint starts with just one line, a single mark across the white. The ruler steady and the pencil fine, precision born from appetite for order in the chaos of the empty page, the open floor. The architect begins with love and discipline in equal store. One line becomes a wall becomes a room becomes a house that stands, however small, against the weather and the drums of rain that test what we have built from nothing but a thought and skill. The foundation poured without guilt, the structure rising by the will. I measured twice and cut just once, the oldest rule, the simplest truth, the patience of the practiced response the wisdom that replaces you. The angles must be absolute, the joints must meet without a gap. The architect is resolute in closing every tiny trap that entropy would love to set in every corner, every seam. The work is never finished yet, but the progress fuels the dream. Build it line by line, wall by wall and floor by floor. Build it by design, every window, every door. The structure is the focus, the patience is the mortar. Build it with the locus of attention in each corner. The second floor requires faith that everything below will hold. The architect becomes a wraith of concentration, sharp and bold. The staircase curves, I draw it slow, each step a calculation made. Between the rise and the below, the geometry of the upgrade. The ceiling height, the windows width, the ratio of light to shade. The architect works with a smith's devotion to the choices weighed. There is a moment in the drafting when the building starts to breathe, when the lines stop being lines and the walls begin to weave. A story of the space inside, the emptiness that we design. The rooms are not the walls that hide, the rooms are what the walls define. And focus is the architect of every meaningful creation. The quiet disciplined respect for incremental elevation. The blueprint is complete tonight. Each measurement, each noted mark. The building exists in graphite light, a structure drawn against the dark. Tomorrow it may become real, or stay forever on the page. The act of drawing made me feel the focus of a quieter age, when hands and minds worked close together, when patience was the only tool, when building something meant the weather of attention was